Welcome back to another gripping case, and this one, it's wild. We're diving into the story of Christian Sovia, a young man facing 3 counts of aggravated robbery. But here's the twist. He's claiming he wasn't the one holding the knife. The stakes? Up to life in prison. And to make it more complicated, he has a baby on the way, no stable home, and a courtroom filled with raw emotion. Will the judge grant him leniency or send him away for good? Stick around, because what unfolds next will shock you.
Court is calling 2023 CR 0292, State of Texas versus Christian Segovia. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Debbie Cruz on behalf of the state, Your Honor.
Defense?
Christian on behalf of defendants.
All right, and are you Mr. Christian Segovia? Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Segovia, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand you're charged with the offense of aggravated robbery in count 1, 2, and 3?
Yes, ma'am.
That is, the range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes,
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if at any time your deferred adjudication were revoked?
Did you catch that? The court just reminded Sovia that if his deferred adjudication is revoked, he could face life behind bars. That's not probation with a slap on the wrist. That's a warning shot across the bow. And yet, this is what Sovia is agreeing to. Let us know in the comments. Would you take a deal knowing one mistake could mean a life sentence?
The court could find you guilty and sentence you up to life in prison and up to $10,000 fine in each count. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does, Judge.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense? We'll find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, state is proceeding on all counts. There's $1,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There is to be restitution to Damian Ortiz, Alan Hernandez of $849.99. Jathan, Jathyn Cantu. And you are to plead as a party with Joe Vitala, Vitela. And there's to be no contact with Damian Ortiz, Alan Hernandez, or Jathan Cantu.
So far, Sovia pleads no contest on all counts, and the state enters Exhibit 1. But here's what makes this critical. By waiving a jury trial and accepting the plea as a party with another co-defendant, he's banking on leniency. But will the judge see this as accountability? Or just a strategy to avoid maximum sentencing?
Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense?
Yes.
State. Outside the plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 10 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 120 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offense as charged in count 1, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
And in count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
And count 3, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
At this time, state introduces state's exhibit number 1 and all of its attachments. We have no objections.
We'll find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. You may continue to confer. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty in count 1, 2, and 3. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We'd like to, Judge, since the state is recommending, or we'd like to ask the court to follow that.
Why should I follow this plea?
Judge, he wasn't the one with the knife. He doesn't have any priors. He is extremely young. He has, I think he graduated from high school, has he not, Mr. Spencer? And this was just a completely stupid thing that they did on a whim at McDonald's one afternoon. It was just completely stupid. And Mr. Segovia and I have talked at length about a deferred adjudication and what that entails. And he assures me that this stupidity is done, that he has no problem doing whatever the court requests of him on this probation, and that he feels confident that he can make it to its successful completion.
This part hits hard. Sovia says he wants to go home and be a father, but the judge isn't having it. She calls out the contradiction. How can someone ready for fatherhood be robbing people at McDonald's with a baby on the way? The courtroom gets tense and brutally honest. This isn't just about law, it's about life choices.
All right, why shouldn't I send you to prison?
So I'm doing what I'm supposed to.
Well, I mean, yes,
Get closer to the mic.
I mean, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to. And then I wanna go home and be a father, and then I got a baby on the way.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to, and I'm not on probation. You see, everybody who's in the well of this court, including your attorney, she's doing what she's supposed to do. Ms. Christian, are you on probation?
Not today, Judge.
Yeah, not today. Yeah, we're not on probation, and we're not going to McDonald's taking people's property and then coming to the court saying, I have a baby on the way. Did you just have a baby on the way today, or has this baby been on the way for a while?
It's been on the way. My wife is due in 8 weeks.
So was this baby on the way when this happened? So why were you not at home with your wife since she has a baby that's on the way?
And she wanted to go out to eat.
And did she go with you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you're with your wife in doing this, which means that neither one of you should probably be raising a child because you're making dumb decisions, right? And you're making decisions that impact the lives of your baby, that impact your ability to get a job, that impacts your wife's ability to have employment. People need to stop just out here having children and, oh, I'm a father, or oh, I'm a mother. Just having a baby doesn't make you a father or mother. Just because people are living together, they don't make that person your wife or your husband. So are you all legally married? Did you come to the courthouse and fill out paperwork?
No, we're planning on getting married.
So that's not your wife. That's somebody that you're living with and y'all decided, or maybe you didn't decide, she just ends up pregnant. Who are you all living with?
The judge drops a truth bomb here. Just because you're living together doesn't make someone your wife. And just having a baby doesn't make you a father. It's a brutal wake-up call not just for Sovia, but for anyone watching who thinks responsibility ends at conception. What do you think? Fair point or too harsh?
Sister,
All right, so you and the person you're living with just are bringing in another mouth for your sister to feed. Are you working?
yes, ma'am.
Doing what? Not at McDonald's, I hope.
No, section.
All right, and your girlfriend who's having your baby, what does she do for a living?
Or she works at Subway.
And what is her name?
Absolutely. ABC at Martinez.
Usually when I worked in CPS court, you know how they spelled absentee?
Yes.
A, B, C, D, E. But now they've done absentee. Okay. Where are your parents?
My grandma, she stays with my dad.
But I mean, are they in your life? Where is your mom?
Now we're peeling back layers of a tragic cycle. Sovia's mom gave him to his dad, and his dad passed him off to his grandmother. It's a generational chain of abandonment. This context doesn't excuse his crimes, but it paints a deeper picture of a life without guidance. And the court clearly isn't ignoring that.
Your dad.
I don't know.
Why not?
Well, my mom gave me away to my dad, and my dad gave me away to my grandma.
Okay. And has Child Protective Services been involved in your life? Do you have any other children other than this baby that's on the way? And how old are you?
Everyone?
All right, and does your sister want you living with her?
Yes, ma'am.
Has she said that?
Yes, ma'am.
Does she have children?
Yes, ma'am.
How many children does she have?
2.
And what are their ages?
That would be 3 and a 1-year-old.
And does she have a boyfriend or somebody else who's living with her? State? Is there a reason I should follow this agreement other than the fact that he's young and making decisions that don't take into consideration other people?
Your Honor, one of the major considerations in extending the deferred was that he was going to be as a party and cooperate against the co-defendant, Your Honor, Joe Vincent Vitello. That was one of the biggest considerations we took into account, and we just did speak with the complaining witnesses on it. And
Okay,
that's their understanding.
all right. And the complaining witnesses are in agreement with this offer?
If he cooperates as a cooperates against the co-defendant, Your Honor.
All right. And when is the trial coming up for Mr. Joe Vincent
Those
Vitello?
cases are still currently pending indictment, Your Honor.
When is that going to happen? Does anyone have an idea about that?
No, Your Honor, I'm not at this time.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court is not going to make a ruling on his application. I'm going to ask for a TAP evaluation and PSI. It can be done while he's out of custody. I'm going to want him on GPS, and it'll be partial. He'll be allowed to work. And that is it. You go to work, and then if the mother of your future child is about to go in labor or something, counsel, just let the court know. And of course, I will allow him to do that. And while he's on GPS, he's going to do, you're going to do UAs for the court. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we're going to set this for May 4th. And we're going to see where you are.
Yes, ma'am.
And whether or not I follow this agreement, a majority of this is going to depend on you. If you step out of line with my conditions, then I will consider whether or not I should follow this. If you're on the straight and narrow, maybe I'll follow it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So the next thing that happens on May 4th is completely up to you.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to set it for PSI and TAP. And I'm going to ask for GPS, waive fees. All right, and so we're going to do UAs, and it'll be regular UAs. All right, we'll see you at that time.
By now, the judge is laying out a clear path. Work only, GPS monitoring, parenting classes, and proof of employment. It's strict, yes, but it's also a second chance. The court isn't slamming the door shut, it's cracking it open. Will Sovia walk through or mess it up again?
Thank you, Judge. May we excuse?
Yes. All right, we're back on the record in 2023 CR 0292. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense? Yes. Any objections to the PSI report, State?
No, ma'am.
Defense?
No, ma'am. You will take note that he was the one that did not have the knife. He was actually with someone that produced a knife, and it was the other person's idea. And we understand the law of parties, but Mr. Segovia is just asking the court to go ahead and follow the plea bargain that we have with the state of Texas.
All right, anything you wish to say? Do you have children?
A little boy on the way.
How are you going to support yourself?
I'll work. I have a really good paying job.
Okay, you're going to have to speak up. I can't hear you.
I have a really good paying job. I work.
Who are you going to be living with?
My girlfriend and her grandma.
I don't understand why grandmothers allow their grandchildren, which means if her granddaughter is staying there, that means that her mother's not in the picture. I'm not going to allow you to live with this grandmother.
Her mother's in jail. Like her mom was never there.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. There's a cycle that's going on here where you have grandparents who are raising children, and then those children are bringing boyfriends into the home, having children with them, and now the grandparent not only is raising their grandchild, but they end up.
You can feel the frustration building. The judge is stunned that Sovia doesn't even know the name of the grandmother he's living with. How can you expect to build a stable life when you don't even know who's putting a roof over your head? It's another sign of how unprepared he is to raise a child.
Raising the great-grandchild. It's like the grandparent is not supposed to be the person who's taking care of grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And we all know that's what's gonna end up happening.
She's not taking care of me, and I pay bills there. I stayed there for like a couple of months already.
Judge, if I may.
Yes.
Mr. Segovia has had kind of a difficult upbringing, and I think that was touched upon in the PSI. He was raised by grandparents. He hasn't really had much contact. He has no contact with the mother. He's had limited contact with the father. While he's been in jail, really the only support system he has had is this girlfriend. And the only stable place that they have to live is with the grandmother. And that has provided some stability to them. He has been contributing to the bills and been paying when he was out, and he actually was pretty consistent in getting a job. He had a job at a fast food restaurant, and then somebody told him that he could make more money in construction, so he went and had a job there. So he's worked very consistently. He's indicated that he would like to get his GED to improve his position, but I really do think it would be detrimental to Mr. Segovia if this stable living place where he's been living would be taken away. And I can understand if the court maybe wants to attempt some kind of a transition period for Mr. Segovia and his girlfriend and their child to be independent. And perhaps with the help of probation, they can do that. But I think at this moment in time, in putting him on a long-term deferred, that it would probably be very detrimental to him to take away a stable living situation.
All right, with regards to this cell phone, it appears that the cell phone, I guess, was paid by Angie Camacho. So I'm just going to do restitution at $849.99 to Angie Camacho or Alan Hernandez, because I don't know which one paid for the
That's
phone.
fine.
In count 1, count 2, and count 3. Those counts will run concurrently. The court will sentence you to 10 years deferred adjudication. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or.
Now we hit sentencing. 10 years deferred adjudication with strict conditions. Parenting classes, trade school, community service waived if he completes the classes. The judge is giving him a roadmap, but it's a tightrope walk. One misstep and it's game over.
Or in person, proof of employment within 15 days, no employment as a home health care provider with minors, 120 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes with Triple P. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed to be satisfied. You're going to either get a GED or some sort of trades certificate for a trade school, $1,000 fine, probated. With regards to restitution to Jathlyn, Jathyn Cantu, the court does not have any documentation as to what that restitution is. So the court is not ordering restitution to that person. It's agreed that you plead as a party with Joe Vitala. There's to be no contact with Damian Ortiz, Ortiz, Alan Hernandez, and Jathan, Jathyn Cantu. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month until further notice. What is his grandmother's name?
I don't know the name.
You don't know the name of the person you're living with? How can you not know the name, counsel? How can you not know the name of the person he's living with?
What's your girlfriend's name, Mr. Segovia?
City
What's her last name?
Martinez.
Absidy Martinez.
So what's the grandmother's name?
I don't really be over there like that. I mean, I live there, but I work all the time.
How can people not know who they're living with, counsel?
I don't know if it's listed in the PSI. I think it's just listed as the girlfriend's grandmother.
This is how people end up in trouble. You're staying with people, you don't even know their names, and you're acting as though you and this girlfriend are going to be together for the rest of your life, and you don't even know her grandmother's name, and you're staying in the grandmother's house. All right, probation. He's not, what's your girlfriend's full name? Ashley what?
Absidy Martinez.
Absidy Martinez. Okay, defendant is not allowed to reside with Absidy Martinez or her grandmother until he provides the full name of the grandmother. People need to know who they're living with. So there's to be no contact with Absidy, and I'm assuming that's ABCEDE.
I think it's ABCDE.
ABCITY.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
Oh, Absidy, ABCITY.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but so there's to be no contact with Absidy, ABCITY. Last name, counsel?
Martinez.
Martinez.
Boom. The court says, no contact with the girlfriend or her grandmother until Sovia can provide their full names. It's not just red tape. It's a serious reminder that legal systems can't operate in the dark. You want leniency? Then show the court you're not hiding anything.
Or Absidy Martinez's grandmother until defendant provides full name of the grandmother. I'm going to want regular UAs. There's no request for TAP evaluation. Probation, is there anything else that's needed?
Your Honor, his TAP evaluation was complete.
Okay,
Um,
it just says weekly UAs.
Yes, Your Honor. The only other thing I was gonna ask for his community service hours are getting waived anything for his GT or trade school certification.
No. The community service hours will be waived once he completes parenting classes, but the GED and trade school, he's just gonna have to get that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? You need to speak up. All right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, and counsel, in each count, there's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Court is calling 2023 CR 0292, State of Texas versus Christian Angel Segovia. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
Defense?
Bridget Gossip for defense.
And are you Mr. Segovia? Going to show you what's entitled motion to enter adjudication of guilt and First Amendment motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision. Did you review those with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you saying Christian Segovia, who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 0292 for the offense of aggravated robbery on May 4th, 2023 for a period of 10 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violate condition number 1 on or about the 18th day of January 2024 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant Christian Angel Segovia committed the offense of possession of a controlled substance relating 1 in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Your Honor, will waive or make violation.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1? Court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to life in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Let's pause. Sovia just admitted to violating his probation. He's facing the real possibility of going to prison for life. And the judge makes it clear. This isn't just paperwork anymore. Every move counts. This is when courtroom drama turns into life-altering reality.
You need to speak up. Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1? Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
It is not an agreement, Your Honor.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
States requesting revocation, Your Honor.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we're asking the court to follow the recommendation of the probation department. The probation department is recommending. Give me a moment, Judge. The probation department is recommending to amend the conditions for state ISF, a cognitive track, biweekly drug testing for 60 days upon his release, and ZT probation.
All right, I don't do zero tolerance probation really because this is zero tolerance. This is your first motion to revoke. You want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Christian Angel Segovia.
All right, you're gonna need to speak up and speak clearly.
Christian Angel Segovia.
All right, why are you not successful on probation out of this court? No.
Drug addiction.
Let's backtrack. So they're saying you picked up a possession case. I'm able to see everything in the motion to revoke, not considering it, but I'm only considering what the state is going on. So I'm trying to make a determination of whether or not you should be going to prison for life or 5 to 99 years up to life. You understand? So what is going on with your life and why can't you?
Struggling with money, struggling with family. Sovia says he needs help, but the judge fires back with a powerful lesson. If money can fix it, it's not a real problem. That line hits hard. It's not just about consequences, it's about mindset. Would that perspective change how you see your problems?
Complete this probation successfully?
I'm struggling with money. I'm struggling with to live. Struggling to take care of my family that I have.
Well,
I do need help though.
here's the thing, a lot of people struggle. A lot of people have issues with their finances. If your problem is a money problem, I'm going to tell you what my mom always tells all of us and what her mom told her. If you have a problem that money can solve, that's not a real problem. A real problem is when you have a problem and money can't solve it. For example, just a hypothetical. If you have cancer and the doctor tells you it's terminal and you say, I have $2 million, will that help? And they say no. That's a problem that money can't solve. You understand? So you saying that you have a money problem, that's not a real problem. It's not a problem that should cause you to pick up a new offense.
Now we learn he's homeless and battling drug addiction. The defense pleads for inpatient treatment instead of prison. It's a raw, vulnerable moment that cuts deep. The judge doesn't dismiss it. Instead, she gives Sovia a choice: treatment or prison. This moment defines the whole case.
How old are you?
No.
Do you want to go to prison and spend your life in prison?
No.
Then you had better get your life together. I see that probation is recommending the ISF track. I'm going to give you a choice because I don't think the ISF track is enough for you. They're saying that you have not reported. They said that they tried to do field visits at your home and you were not there. So that tells me there are some major issues with you.
Judge, if I may,
Yes.
part of the issue with Mr. Segovia is that he's homeless. He became homeless, compounding the fact that he has a drug issue.
Mhm.
He's asking the court, he's begging the court for help. He admits that he has a drug problem. Because of this drug problem, he obviously committed a new offense. He's not hiding it. He didn't deny it. He's here before you asking for help. He's 22 years old. I think he deserves an opportunity to get some type of inpatient treatment before sending him to TDC and saying goodbye, see you later, figure out in TDC.
Mhm. I mean, I'm going to give him a choice, but your choice is not going to be ISF. Your choice is either going to be SafeP or either you're going to prison. SafeP is a treatment program, but it's at the prison, but you're not in general population with other prisoners. So your choice is either you're doing SafeP for your drug issues or either you're going to prison. Which do you choose?
Safety.
All right.
In a surprising turn, Sovia chooses SAF-PE, a treatment program inside prison, but separate from general population. It's a sliver of hope in a sea of consequences. The judge agrees but warns, one wrong move again, and that hope vanishes.
I'm going to deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include safety and probation. I don't believe drug court is going to accept him because of the nature of his charges. But I'm going to ask for felony drug court as well. You can, counsel, if you want to talk to felony drug court and explain to him why this may or may not be a good fit for him. And then we're going to do, once he's released, I am going to want field visits. 1 time per month until further notice. And the UA hotline. And he's to remain in custody until transferred to Safe or felony drug court. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, so when the time gets long at the jail, because you're waiting for transfer to Safe and you want to come back to the court and say, I've been at the jail for 3 weeks, just remember that you were begging me for help and you could have ended up going to prison for up to life. You understand? Off the record, here on.
When the judge says, everything you do now, ask yourself, will this send me to prison for life? That's the kind of advice that echoes beyond the courtroom. It's chilling, unforgettable, and might be the wake-up call Sovia finally needs.
Now, everything that you do, you need to ask yourself, is this something that could potentially result in me going to prison for life? If the answer is yes, don't do it. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 3033 and 2023 CR 3036, State of Texas versus Joe Vincent Vitala. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
For the defense?
Danny Callahan.
All right, and are you Mr. Vitale?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, in each cause number, you entered a plea of no contest to aggravated robbery. And each cause number, the plea bargain agreement is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison. The state opposes your application for deferred adjudication. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report? State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, any objections to the PSI report? State?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, any witnesses? State?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor. Allocution.
All right, state to your post?
Yes, Your Honor. Could I reserve until after the defense judge or?
No, I mean, whatever evidence you want to present to the court as to why you're opposed, and then the defense will go.
I just have argument, but Judge, we're opposed to the application for probation. The facts of the incident, like the cases that the defendant is pleading to today are knife robbery at a McDonald's, which is an inherently scary offenses, Judge. The state did take 2 of those into account, Judge, and we think the 10 years is reflected is a fair sentence for that, Judge. I know you've had an opportunity to look at a TAP evaluation, but the defendant's criminal history is on page 2, and I see a pattern, and it's escalating criminal history, starting with juvenile, moving on to misdemeanor to felonies. He also has assaulted a couple of ABIs outside of the county, Judge. Also on page 5, the victims were of the TAP evaluation. The victims have told probation that they were scared. Of course, being threatened with magnets is a scary thing. They're seeking medical attention, some sort of counseling to help them deal with that. Also, on page 7 of the TAP evaluation, I don't think I can say it any better than the victim said it. He's obviously not a good candidate for probation, Judge. Also on page 11 of the TAP, towards the bottom there, he's really, the defendant is minimizing his culpability. He's not recognizing these are choices that he made. Says, I was on Xanax and methamphetamines that day, so I honestly don't remember what I was doing. This is not somebody who's taking responsibility for their actions, Judge. This is someone trying to minimize their culpability. When asked why you felt he should be granted probation, the defendant said, because I really don't want to go to prison. I'm not meant.
We close with the co-defendant, Joe Vincent, who's accused of wielding the knife. The state pushes for 10 years without probation, citing his lack of remorse and a long record. It draws a stark contrast between the 2 men. One begged for help. The other said, I'm not meant for prison. The court won't be swayed by empty words.
For that. Judge, this is not somebody who's taking responsibility for their actions. We're asking for the 10 years, Your Honor.
All right, defense.
Your Honor, the PSI reflects the root of these problems are threefold. He's got a mental illness, got a 7th grade education, he takes drugs. You can fix all those problems with an intensive supervised deferred adjudication and a McMild supervision. I ask that you award 10 years deferred adjudication. Moment, please, Your Honor. Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, did you wish to say anything or no?
No, Your Honor.
The court has reviewed the PSI report. I always reread the stipulations, which in this case, Mr. Vitala is the police reports and everything that was submitted to the court. And it does appear from the PSI report that you're continuing with criminal behavior. You had juvenile cases. And then you have cases as an adult, the discharging of a firearm, unlawfully carrying a weapon. And in those cases, you had a motion to revoke filed against you. And then we have another unlawfully carrying of a weapon in April of 2020, evading arrest or detention in September 2021. And then your felony cases, the unauthorized use of a vehicle, and then we have the aggravated robberies. And I understand when people have mental health issues, I understand when they have drug issues, but that's not an excuse, that's more medication. You understand? All right. I don't believe you'll be a good candidate for probation. So in each case, I'm going to find you guilty. Would anyone like to speak with regards to the cap? State you're asking for the 10 years?
Yes, Judge, I feel like the 10 years is an appropriate sentence. Based on the severity of this crime. This was a robbery with a knife, Judge. It's pretty scary. I think as the judges pointed out, as you pointed out, Judge, it's escalating behavior. So it starts as misdemeanors and then it goes up to these more and more dangerous activities, Judge.
All
I
right.
suggest to the court 6 years, Your Honor. He's no evidence that he's misbehaved in jail, that he hurt any police officers when he was arrested. He was cooperative with this court and with probation.
Mr. Vitale, your attorney is telling me that you have mental health issues and that you have drug issues. If you would like, the court could recommend the therapeutic community for you. It doesn't increase the time that you spend at the prison, but they can help you if you so choose. So would you like to be considered for the therapeutic community? All right, you'll still have to ask for it though. All right, and cause number 2023 CR 3033, the court will find you guilty, sentence you to 10 years in the prison. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. This will run concurrent with 2023 CR 3036. And in each cause number, the court will recommend the therapeutic community. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing in either cause number?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in both places? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? Because this is a felony conviction in each cause number, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Are there going to be victim impact or no?
No, Judge.
All right, so here's the thing. How old are you? 28. 10 years is a long time. I personally think any time that you're confined is a long time. I remember when I was a defense attorney, people would make an offer to my client and they'll say, oh, they can do 2 years standing on their head. And you know what I would always tell the person? Have you ever done time? Until you've done time, you can't say that. So I realized that every single day locked behind bars is a long time. But you're going to have to do better. I see that you have children. If you don't do better, you know what's going to end up happening? You're going to end up spending the rest of your life at the prison. You understand? So I'm giving you a chance to take advantage through the therapeutic community, and you got to do better. Otherwise, you're going to be the grandpa at the prison. Don't be that person, okay? All right, good luck to you. Could I?
And there you have it. 2 young men, 1 crime, but very different outcomes. Sovia, after a painful courtroom reckoning, gets a narrow path to redemption through treatment. Joe Vincent, showing no remorse, faces a much tougher sentence. This case is more than legal drama. It's a mirror into cycles of poverty, addiction, and broken family systems. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns every week.